What is up, my fellow yarn bombers? My name is Michael, and I am the Crafty Crocheter, and welcome to another Crochet Therapy Thursday session. So I hope everyone's doing well today. As for me, I am doing quite well this week. Just enjoying the nice warm-up weather. I was out in it earlier, and it was in the 50s, so they're talking about today being possibly 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So right now, basically all the snow that we got during that big blizzard melted away, and so now it's just like little bits of snow left. But now you can just see all the grass underneath, so it's pretty nice. So, and if you're new to the session, welcome to the session. I hope that you get to chit chat with me, and please don't be afraid to jump into the conversation. Because in the last session, I remember that we had some people who were kind of timid that didn't want to participate in the session, didn't want to participate in the chat. So, and there was a few people who interacted with me and chatted with me. So, please don't be afraid to jump into the conversation. Just like if you have any questions about crocheting, knitting, crafting, or if you want to talk about what got you into crocheting or knitting or crafting, by all means, feel free just to jump right in. Yeah, I realize that this is a different time slot than you're used to seeing me because I thought I wanted to try it because according to my analytics, like most of my viewers are on during this time, so I thought I would schedule the session during that time so I will get a lot more viewers into the session, a lot more interaction, possibly more subscribers, which would be fantastic. So for those of you who are new to my channel or don't know who I am, my name is Michael. I am the Crafty Crocheter, or when I'm knitting, I'm the Nifty Knitter. So as of this live stream right now, I have 642 subscribers, which is fantastic, and I hope to get a lot more people just interacting with the channel, interacting with me. And I did post a poll about if y'all would be interested in a Q&A type of session or Q&A video because I thought maybe if anyone had questions about crocheting or knitting, but they wanted to send it to me directly via email, that's fine. And then I will answer those in an upcoming video. So, and I've had 5 votes on it so far, and they all were a yes, so which is fantastic. So I cannot wait to see what kind of questions y'all have in regards to crocheting or knitting or any kind of projects you're working on, or if you have any questions about the basics of crocheting or knitting. And right now I am working on a new whip. So I am working, and if you see my previous video about the newest edition of Crochet World, it's their spring 2026 edition. So if you haven't gotten it yet, I would suggest getting it because there's a lot of fun projects in here that you can do for spring. And I am working on the cover blanket. And the blanket that's in the cover is this may appear backwards in the camera, so please forgive me. This is their Daisy Bouquet Lapgan, and it's a big circular lapgan that when you roll it up, it looks like a bouquet of flowers. And I will show you, they have another picture of it, what it looks like. Oh, this is what it's supposed to look like in the end. And I am working on the round on the cream part right now, this round. And according to the pattern in total, including the leaf edging, there are 34 rows. Hi Roseanne, how you doing this afternoon? How's everything going for you? And right now I am on the 3rd round of the lapgan right now. So, and I am using one of my old yarn stash, just using the Karen 1 pound. I think it's off-white for this colorway. Yes, I think it's off-white. And I'm just going to try to use all the yarn that I have in stock without going out to purchase more yarn because I have a bunch of yarn and I'm sure I have all the colors that they need here. And as far as my shawl that I'm working on, the shawl I'm working on. I am officially halfway done with the shawl, but I had to attach an extra cable to the end because as I was working the shawl, you know how you're getting increases in the shawl, it kind of spread out a little too much. Well, it spread out to the point to where I'm not going to have enough room on the needles to successfully get all the stitches on there without it bunching up or potentially losing the stitches. So I had to add an extra, I'm trying to think, it was like a 2-foot cable attached to the cable I already have. So I think the needles right now, if I can guess, are a total of about 5 feet because according to the directions of the pattern, the shawl will measure about 6 feet wide when it's finished. But I'm not sure if that's before or after it's being blocked. So I will see once it comes out. Where am I here? Okay, for these, okay, so back to this blanket, this lapgan. So for this pattern, you're working your double crochets in the spaces between the double crochets of the previous round. And you're increasing too. So let's see, I'm on round 3 and I'm reading the directions as we speak. So I think I'm on, should have 36 of them. I'm going to count because 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh crap. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. How's that? 34. And this must be. Yeah, I had to recount these to make sure I'm not losing any if I didn't skip any of the spaces for the double crochets, and because for the third round you're doing 1 double crochet in the first space and then you're working 2 in the next space and you keep alternating between 1 and 2 all around, so you're increasing by 12 double crochets. So then wait, I'm losing these. And for those of you also, I posted some Tunisian Tuesday episode. And I also included a bonus stitch on there because it was an easy stitch to learn. So I thought I'd share it with y'all. So they're basically a 2-for-1 for this past Tuesday's Tunisian Tuesday session, Tunisian Tuesday video. So the first stitch was the purl stitch that was out I just released this Tuesday. Then the second bonus was the seed stitch, which is a combination of the purl and knit stitches. So, and I think next week I will do a whole new stitch of the so-called Tunisian stitch of the week type of thing. So I think I found one of mine that I want to share with y'all, but I want to master it first before I decide to share it with y'all. So stay tuned for that. So if you have seen this past Tunisian Tuesday episode, feel free to check out my other Tunisian Tuesday episodes. So I have a couple of them out already. All right, let me make sure I am. So for those of you who are new to the session or just jumped onto the session, what brought you here today? I mean, any kind of projects you're working on, any questions you have about crocheting or knitting or crafting, or if you just want to chit chat about current events, albeit make sure we keep it nice and keep it G-rated because, you know, this is a family channel. So I'm losing it. So I didn't miss any stitches. So I guess I'm thinking back to the groundhog about how the groundhog was saying, "Oh, it's gonna be 6 more weeks of winter," but I think he sent us some mixed signals because it's been spring light for the past couple days, and now they're talking about this weekend it's going to go back to winter, like in the 30s. So it's kind of like I don't know if the groundhog was just messing with us and messing with our minds and whatnot. So okay, so I do got. So there is one more. So I'm excited about St. Patrick's Day is coming up too. So I have to get my St. Patrick's Day tree up and going. So I got some green lights I bought at the drugstore the other day and my local pharmacy the other day. So and I have some. I actually do have them with me. So I don't know if I showed these already, but I got a couple of St. Patrick's Day little placards I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna put with my tree for St. Patrick's Day. I got green lights and I got a couple little gnomes I can put with it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So trying to think if I might do a St. Patrick's Day themed crochet it project too. I don't know yet. All right, so I'm on round 4, and on round 4 of this pattern, it says I have to single crochet in the back loops. So this should be a fairly easy back loops only. So this should be easy. So let's mark that stitch. Yeah, if you guys in the chat, feel free to jump in with anything. I mean, don't be shy. Just jump right in. I mean, we're here to learn from each other. We're here to chit chat, just to be social, have like a positive community out there, for us crafters. I mean, if any questions about crafting or just want to talk or know a little bit more about me or why I'm here or what my favorite color is or anything like that, just because I feel we should be a big online community of us crafters. So, and I don't think Brandon's on the chat, but Brandon, if you're watching this, if you're not, you can watch this on the replay. That I tried doing the Norwegian Pearl, and I am having some issues with it. So I'm thinking about just doing a practice run with doing just a practice swatch and do the Norwegian Pearl that way because I tried it on my shawl and I had some success with some of them, but then I kept getting snagged up in the yarn. It wasn't going through the way I wanted it to. So I made review how to do it a couple times, and then I'm gonna do just like a practice swatch to perfect the Norwegian Pearl. So that way, if I do another shawl or other knitted project that requires a pearl, then I will have that mastered. Let me see how many came on. Sweet. All right, so I'm right on track for this round. Right, this is coming along nicely so far. I just did round 4 where I had to do single crochets in the back loops of the round. So I'm about to get onto round 5 of this project, and I'm going to read to see what more back loops, and I'm doing. So I am. Okay, what am I doing here? Chain third. Oh, and then joined at the beginning. Okay, so I just forgot to join at the beginning. All right, there we go. Hey, Brandon, I was just talking about you. I was mentioning about how I tried the Norwegian Pearl for my shawl, and I got some of them to work, but then I was having some issues getting it to work for every single pearl stitch. So I decided rather than have my work fall apart, I'm going to go with the pearl that I know for right now, but then I am going to do like a practice swatch and just like try to practice the Norwegian Pearl and just try to master that down before I move on to another shawl. I mean, from what I've seen online, it seems a fairly simple, straightforward process. But then it was kind of like I was trying to get the. It's like whenever I wrap the yarn around the needle from the front to back, it's like no, from back to front, or after I get it through the two strands of yarn, then I go twirl like that, and I try to get the other yarn around. I don't know if that piece kept falling off or I wasn't getting it underneath the other strand that I was supposed to, but I am going to practice that like on a separate swatch or something like that, just to get that down. Probably review some more videos too, because there was a couple of videos I saw after our last session that I wanted to see how it worked, and so I do want to get that down, Brandon, before I want to master it before I move on to doing that for another shawl or possibly on the shawl I'm working on right now. Okay, where am I on round 5? So back loops only double crochet in the same such as beginning. Oh, so I gotta do this. So has anyone else done that? Like, you're working on something, then you just talk to yourself for no reason. You're just like, oh, did I miss a stitch? Oh, let me count. You're counting, or oh, okay, oh, I need to do this next. Like, I talk to myself all the time. I mean, it's not a sign of insanity. It's just, I guess it's for me. It's more of like gives myself a confirmation of where I'm at in my work. So I don't know if anyone else has done that. So I'm working. All right, so okay, so I'm doing the same thing. I'm reading the pattern, so don't mind me if you hear me talking to myself, because this is a fairly new pattern. I've never done this project before, so I am. Oh, sorry, Brandon. In case you were wondering what project I'm working on, another whip I'm working on. I'm working on the Daisy bouquet lapgan from this month's issue, the spring 2026 issue of Crochet World. So, and I'm wanting to get the big giant round done because this is what's going to look like once it's all done. And then once you have all the flowers in place, and it's supposed to be rolled up like a bouquet of flowers. That's what it's supposed to resemble, as you can see in the picture. So I may do like a progress video for that as well. But right now I just finished round 4. So I'm just going on to round 5. So yeah, Brandon, so once I master that Norwegian Pearl, it'll just go like that for me. So I thought before doing this live stream, I was thinking, because in the pattern it has you do 36 of these little buttons for the center of the flowers, but then I'm thinking like, let me do the giant round first, because like these should go pretty quickly. This is where the petals are supposed to be connected to, but I just decided I'm just going to do the big giant round first, just to get that out of the way, because that's going to take the longest. It's kind of like with cooking. You cook the thing that's going to take the longest first, and then you move on to the other items that are going to take the least time. So that's how I'm approaching this project. So working back loops only, double then double crochet in the next chain. Okay, so this is a 2 in the next stitch, 1 in the next. Oh, so I'm just basically doing an alternate. Oh, so let's see, 2 in the next stitch here. Then one in the next. Then, oh, so I'm just repeating that around. So then double crochet in the next stitch and two in the next two stitches. Okay, so two into the next two. Then one in the next. So basically doing. Yeah, I can't wait for it to come out, Brandon. It's gonna look nice. I mean, I'm gonna do like a comparison to what's in the magazine versus what I produce. So I think it's gonna turn out nice. Okay, so basically doing two and then doing two double. So let's do one. Oh, hang on. Two, perfect. Yeah, so don't forget to get this video, this live stream a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video so far. And if you are new to viewing these sessions and if you want to subscribe, please do so. It'll help the channel grow. So by all means, please subscribe. If you're watching this or you're watching the replay and you're enjoying this, and if you want to see more content, just subscribe to the channel and then that'll help me out. Because again, I want to grow this and I want to have this like as a big online community of us crafters, and just as a place for positivity and creativity and things like that, and we can just be ourselves. And this is looking good. Oh my goodness! So this is looking good so far. So far I'm working for round 5. I'm working in the back loops and I'm doing double crochets, and that's turning out real nice. I'm liking this. This is really coming to turn out really nice so far. I'm trying to compare it to the picture in the magazine. So far, it's looking like as advertised. Oh, come on, make sure. Okay, one more increase. Yes, the other day I had to get my car serviced because I had to get my oil changed and my brakes looked at, but everything turned out to be fine with the car. I mean, I have. Oh, come on, don't tell me this messed that up somewhere. Oh, come on, don't tell me this messed it up. I think I did. Did I just mess that up somewhere? Don't tell me, man. Okay, where is it? Okay, so there's that. Okay, there we go. Whew. So what happens, pay attention to your work. This guy must mess this up already. Welcome to those who joined the session. Just feel free to jump in with any questions or anything you want to talk about in regards to crocheting or knitting or what brought you to crocheting and knitting, why you crochet and knit. Do you feel it's therapeutic for you? Do you feel that it's a good form of therapy after a long, hard, arduous day at the office or at work or anything like that? Or is it more of a meditative type thing for you? At least for me, it is. So anyway, back to the story about my car. So my car, I have a 2015 Honda Civic, and it's an 11-year-old car, and it only has about 57,000 miles on it because I don't hardly go anywhere. And the only time I went to the office, I had the one job that was like 5 minutes away from my house, so that was awesome. But all my jobs were like within driving distance, like 10, 15 minutes of driving. Some was like 20, but I didn't like go on long distance drives or anything like that. So it's probably why the car is in such good condition because I don't drive it to death like. But they said everything was good. The air filters, the battery, the tires were good. So my car is gonna be built. It's a Honda, so it's built to last. So let's hope that's the case. So let me see. I'm coming pawn, then join the beginning. Okay, so I have next two. I have one more stitch. Then I have to just join. Okay. So I just got done with round 5. This is what it looks like so far. I like this little edging because I'm working in the back loops of the previous round. I think it's turning out really nicely so far. Again, as advertised in the magazine, it's coming out the way I want it to, which is like great. So now I'm on round 6. Let's see. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's like, I mean, everyone has different, like different stories and circumstances, or just like reasons why they turn to crocheting and crafting in general. I mean, it's fantastic that crafting has allowed us to be more positive, like be more calm, put ourselves in a more positive mind state, and allows our creativity just to explode. Like, I mean, at least for me, it is. It just allows my creativity just to flow and take shape. And it's that initial. It's the they say it's the journey that's the goal, not the destination. So it's like the journey of working on a project that's just is a goal in mind. That, hey, I'm gonna be able to master this, and following a pattern to get the results you want when you see a project in either magazines, books, or on YouTube, or Instagram, or anywhere else. And double crochet in the next stitch, which is Rita. Okay, this is a wrap. Okay, then wrap. Okay, so they got a special stitch in this directions, the wrap double crochet. So I'm reading this over to see how this is gonna work out, because this is a brand new stitch for me that I have never done before. So I'm trying to read this. Yarn over, hold the posts. The last two double together, wrap hook from front to back. So it looks like it's kind of like a twist. Get me all peepers out here, so I'm gonna. So it's supposed to. So I guess this round is supposed to give us that kind of that big open lacy effect. If you can see that, it's supposed to give that lacy look. Let's see. It says the last two yarn over. Okay, I did that. And hold posts for the last two double together. Then wrap hook from front to back to front. All right. I'm gonna read this again, because something like, again, this is a stitch I've never done before, so I gotta see how to do this before I proceed. I mean, if anyone else out there knows about this wrap double crochet, because it says yarn over, hold the posts from the last two double crochet together, wrap hook from front to back to front, around the posts of the last two double crochet. So it's saying, according to this, you're doing two double crochets and then doing a wrap double crochet stitch. So let's see here. Yarn over, hold the post, holding posts of the last two together, wrap hook from front to back to front, round posts of the last two near bottom. Let's see here. See if I can get this mastered. Let's see here. So it says to hold the last two, yarn over, hold the last two together, yarn from front to back to front. I think. Oh wait. Let's see here. Yarn over, wrap hook from front to back to front. Looks like a twist around. Yeah. Okay, wait. That is no. That is do that? No, that can't be right. Okay, so from front to back to front. No, that can't be right. Am I twisting this? around the post near bottom, yarn over. Oh, come on. I might have to review this on YouTube or something because I've never seen this stitch before. Let's see here. Okay, hold the 2 from, it says the yarn over, then holding post of the last 2 together, wrap hook from front to back to front, front to back to front. Oh, I think I got it. I think. Then yarn over. I think I got it. I think I got it. Draw a loop around the 2 double crochet. I think I might have gotten it. Then it said, okay, hang on, let me try this again. I think I might have gotten it. All right, so it says here, yarn over, then from front to back to front, which is this way, yarn over, pull a loop around 2. Do I still 1? Heh. I think I might have gotten it. Let's see. All right, this is the part that. All right, try this again. All right, so it says to yarn over, then yarn from front to back to front near the bottom, then yarn over, draw a loop around the 2 double crochets, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, unhook. I think I got it, I think. Okay, I think I might have gotten it. Then yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, skip next stitch on previous row. Huh. Make sure I did this right. Sorry if I'm boring you guys, but I'm trying to master the stitchers. It looks like I'm getting it. So yarn over, go from front to back to front near the bottom. Big stitch markers in my way. Then yarn over, then yarn, then pull around the 2 double crochets, and then okay, so you have 4 loops on the hook. Then yarn over, draw through the 2 loops. Okay, then yarn over, do twice. Okay, so I got 2, then it says to skip the next stitch on previous row. All right. So more of us got to do this. I think I might have gotten it, I think. Okay, so then double crochet into the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. I think I might have gotten that stitch. I'm going to try this again with the next one. So I'm going to do yarn over, front to back to front, yarn over, pull around, then yarn over, pull through those 2 loops twice. Oh, nice. Yes. I think I got it. I think I got the stitch. I think I got it now. So it's creating this nice little, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera because the first one was because this dang stitch marker was in the way. So I think the way it works is you, in the next stitches, you do 2 double crochets. Then you yarn over, then take the hook, go around from front to back to front again, yarn over, then take the yarn, go around the double crochets, yarn over for the first 2, yarn over first 2. I think I got it. Yay! All right. All right, so let's see if I can do this again. 1, 2. Yes, I'm basically doing 20 of these. Yeah, yeah, it's called because you have to, for this stitch you're doing 2 double crochets and then you are yarning over, then you're wrapping the hook from behind the 2 double crochets out in front, then you yarn over, then you're pulling this around, and you're yarning through for this twice. So you should have 3 loops in the hook. Actually, if you want, I can angle the camera and I can show you. Let me try another one before I just prematurely claim victory here. So this may be a new stitch that I'm teaching you that I taught myself in a matter of a couple minutes. So it's like yarn over behind the 2, front, yarn over. So yarn over, wrap around here, then this loop here. I'll do one more just to make sure I got this right. Or I may do this as a separate tutorial video too, because this is a brand new stitch I've never done before and is like I was amazed I can actually do it. So yarn over, go to the here, yarn over, around, go, then that 2, oops, 2, and yarn over, go to 2. Yeah, this is looking exactly like with this. Hi, Millie Bobby. How you doing today? I'm glad you crocheted. Crocheting is, I've been crocheting since I was 14. Same with knitting. So it's kind of, I grew up in a small town. I mean, there was not much else to do, and my grandmother taught me how to do the chain stitch. I mean, that was the only stitch she knew, but everything else I learned on my own. So, and if you're just joining us, Millie, I just was going over it. I am doing the Daisy Bouquet lap again, which is in the spring 2026 edition of Crochet World. And I am working on the special stitch they have in here for the pattern. It's called the Wrap Double Crochet. And I think I just mastered it because despite never doing it before. So I was thinking maybe I'll just do this as like a separate tutorial for this, or I may just do it in this live stream. So yarn over. Then here. Then. Yeah, it's one of those new stitches that you come across you've never done before. And then once you learn it and you master it, you feel like a $1,000,000. Yeah, if anyone's interested, I can angle the camera and show you show you the stitch if you want, or if you want me just to have it as a separate tutorial, it doesn't matter to me. I'll just so it's kind of like a therapy session, but yet we're learning new things. So I thought I would share this with y'all because it was a brand new stitch in this pattern I've never done before. Then after doing it a couple times, I think I got it mastered. And the next two stitches, wrap it up. Wait, does it say skip the stitch in the previous row? Oh, I think I messed this up. I think I messed up, I think. I think it's supposed to have 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, I think I messed this up. I was supposed to skip every skip a stitch. Oh man, I gotta frog this. No, of course I know how to do it now. So, all right, so skip a stitch and then do 2. Okay, now it makes like why is it? Let's skip the stitch in the previous. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I screwed up because I guess in the pattern I was supposed to skip a stitch between each of these little wraps. So I was doing I did not skip a stitch in between the wraps. So I think I got it now. I was wondering why it wasn't coming along because I'm supposed to get 20 of these on the completed round. So, Millie, what kind of stuff do you crochet? Do you crochet like blankets? Do you do amigurumi? Do you do wearables? What is your specialty when it comes to crocheting? For me, I do all sorts of things. I mean, blankets are my number one. Blankets are easy for me to do. So once I get a pattern in mind, I can just whiz through it. Just like with if you have never seen the cotton candy blanket I just completed, it was just a basic Granny Ripple blanket, and I just got through that within a couple weeks. So that was like 2.5 weeks from start to finish. I completed it. So I can show you real quick. I do have the blanket over here if you're interested in seeing the blanket, Millie, because unless you've seen the video where I did the reveal, then me showing the blanket here won't be necessary. But that's looking better. And for those of you who are entering the contest for the giveaway, I'm gonna announce the winner tomorrow. I may do it. I'm gonna do it as a video because I am giving away my Janie Crow Merry Kirsch Tiles blanket I just completed. So it's a really beautiful blanket, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback that people were wanting it. Some were telling me to keep it. So I mean, I have the pattern, so I can always make another one. So it's not no loss of, because I have the other one too I made before as well. So I'm not without a Janie Crow blanket. But again, I have the pattern, so I can just make it at my leisure. So for those of you who left a comment on that short, no, it wasn't a short. It was the actual video itself. I believe it was a short. I don't remember, but and I will be drawing the name tomorrow for the lucky recipient of that blanket. So stay tuned tomorrow. I will record the video tomorrow and do the randomizer and see who wins the blanket, and then I'll make a video and publish it sometime tomorrow. And then I'll just announce something in there, say, hey, you got like 14 days to contact me via email with your shipping information. If you're in the U.S. or if you're overseas, then you're responsible for like any additional taxes or fees or anything like that. And speaking of which, I sold my Bobo the teddy bear of my Shopify, my Crafty Creations store. So I have to get a shipping box and package it up and ship it out tomorrow too. Because so if you haven't seen my shop, piece of fuzz one. So go to my Shopify store. It's some it's in the description in my profile. So if you don't have the address offhand, or just go to one of my any of my other videos, all that information's in there. So you can click on the link and then go to the shop, and check out the inventory and check out the selection of inventory I have. I also thought about doing maybe a showcase for all the inventory. Do like a if it's right here, it should be fine. Yes, it is. No. Which cow is that? Let me move the camera. I'm going to show you how to do the stitch because just in case anyone's interested, or if not, if anyone's interested in me showing you how to do the wraparound, it's the wrap double crochet stitch. I can do it through this broadcast or this live stream, or I can do it as a separate tutorial. I think I might do it as a separate tutorial. Maybe as a short or something. I might do it that way. So that way, because sometimes the live streams take a while to upload, depending on my internet speed. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do like a quick short and to show how to do the wrap double crochet stitch. It's the wrap double crochet stitch. Yeah, I agree, Roseanne. It's gonna be a good. I think I'm gonna do it as a separate tutorial because, like that, I'm thinking also that again. I know I'm repeating myself, but the live stream after I produce the live streams, sometimes it takes a while to upload, so it might be hours before it gets uploaded and processed. So I think I'm gonna do a separate tutorial after this broadcast, so that because I don't want to complete the round without showing. I'll do a couple of these. But this is what it's looking like. Here's what it looks like so far. You see like the little, how it's got that lacy effect. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera. So basically it's a 2 double crochets and you're wrapping the yarn around the bottom of the 2 posts and then you're joining between the 2 loops. But I'll explain it more. Hi Shakita, how you doing today? Welcome to the session. Oh, that's my neighbor. Like, if you hear that kind of a zaza noise, that's my neighbor using a zaza in his yard. So, I mean, it's not really loud, but in case you hear it, that's what that noise is. So, Shakita, so if you are just joining, you don't know what I'm working on, I am working on the Daisy Bouquet Lapgan, which is in the spring 2026 edition of Crochet World, which is available on store shelves, or you can get if you have a subscription to Crochet World, you may have already gotten it. But if you don't have a subscription, if you can find us in your store, snatch it before they disappear. And I am currently on round 6, which is having me working the wrap double crochet stitches, and I am going to film a separate tutorial for this in case y'all are interested, and in case you want to tackle this as well, and you're not, and if you're a little confused on how to work the stitch, because I was at first. I had to read the directions a couple times on how to work the stitch, and then once I got it down, I mastered it. I mean, and this edition, this also has some nice other projects in here too. But I wanted to do this Lapgan as like a big, because it's the feature project of the edition. So that's why I wanted to do it. But they have some other ones in here too. They have like this baby blanket, and they have some doilies in here. But again, you can view my video on the Crochet World magazine review. Of course, I don't go through the entire magazine because I don't want to spoil the fun, spoil the surprises. If you all get the magazine, so if the 7 are on the session, besides Roseanne, feel free to jump into the conversation and just and have ask questions or leave or have comments about crocheting, knitting, crafting in general, or world events or anything like that. But if you want to discuss world events, you know, want to try to keep it G because this is a family channel. So I don't want to get too involved with anything political or religious or anything like that. Because again, for those of you who have heard of this, my father taught me that there are several topics you do not want to talk about in a mixed crowd, and politics, religion, sex, and wealth. Those four things you do not want to talk about in a mixed crowd because you never know who you're going to offend. So that's why that's one of my number one rule when I'm talking about in a mixed crowd. You do not want to bring those things up. So, I mean, uh, thanks out Ali B. Yeah, yeah. It's like a lot of people just like go online, they start spouting off nonsense and spouting off crap, and it's just like, you know, it's like, why? I mean, we have enough stuff going on in this world. We don't need to have any more on top of it and any more negativity on top of it. So, oh, Polly, this is like a fun project. The Sidar Easter egg blanket. Yeah. So, was it a separate pattern you got, Polly, as far as the standard Sirdar Easter egg blanket, or was it? So I know in this issue they do have something Easter related. It's a the striped puff Afghan, and I can show you a picture of it. They do have this as an Easter themed type of blanket, and it looks like it uses that chenille yarn, and yeah, testify. That's right. I don't. I'm not trying to be like in kind of like, you know, political influence or anything like that. Because I don't want to get. I'm not. I just try to be low key, keep to myself, work on my crafting. You know, keep things in a positive. Because, you know, love is the most powerful force in the universe. So that's why I keep saying, spread love and not hate and things like that, because it is so true. And and there was a great quote. If anyone watched the halftime show, don't worry, I'm not getting political, but there was that message at the end. So, like, you know, which kind of mentions what I've said about, love is the most powerful force in the universe. You know, the one force that's stronger than hate is love. So, but again, it's something I live by, and the rule of three, or the golden rule, if you will. So for those of you, for Alan and Polly who joined, I think I mentioned this already, but again, in case those who are tuning in or watching the replay and they haven't seen what I'm working on, I am working on the Daisy Bouquet Lapgan. And this is from the spring 2026 edition of Crochet World, which is out on store shelves now, on newsstands, store shelves. So get it while you can before these sell out. Unless you have a subscription already, then you got it in the mail, then you're fine. But again, I'm working on the feature project, which is the blanket. And I'm also working on another whip, which is the easy triangular lace knitted shawl that I'm working on. I'm officially halfway with it. I did post a short on my progress, so feel free to check that out. And yes, for those of you who grew up in the 80s and the 90s and watch Mama's Family. That's what I chose because it was seemed the most adequate, I mean not adequate, the most appropriate song for that project. Because if you remember, Thelma Harper always wore like some sort of purple shawl. She had like a shawl on one of the episodes, and it was like kind of like the same color as with the yarn I'm working with. So yeah, Gen X. That's right. I am a Gen Xer. I am proud to be a Gen Xer. So it's like, the 80s and 90s and even the early 2000s were great years. But I would have to say between those three, I would say maybe the 80s and 90s. I mean, I didn't go to high school in the 80s. I did go through the 90s. So the 90s were a time to be alive. Of course, so were the 80s too. I mean, I grew up in the 80s as well. Yeah, so so far I'm on round 6 still. I'm about completed with the round, so I am gonna do a tutorial on how to do the special stitch that's in the pattern, because I feel that it is necessary for those of you who are gonna work this project, so you have a better sense of how to work the stitch before doing like what I did and dive straight out into the project and to the pattern and not have any clue on how to work the stitch. So I had to read it a couple times before I got it down. So I guess the key takeaway here, the moral of the story is learn the new stitch before you tackle a project, because you're gonna spend like 5 to 10 minutes trying to figure it out, and then once you figure it out, it's like, but life is a learning experience. So same with crocheting and knitting, everything's a learning experience, and also trial and error that can. Oh, the sun's coming out now. It's nice and sunny down here. Oh, the Pico. Oh yeah, I was at first too when I first started doing the Pico stitch stand. It was, but once I got it down, it was fairly easy to do. I mean, some of my blankets I showcased up from my store have the Pico stitch border around it. So, I mean, the Pico stitch, like once you get it down, it just comes like that, and you can just whip out the Pico stitches like nothing. So I remember when I first started learning to do granny squares. Oh my God, it's like I was so confused. I was able to get the first round done, and then I was thinking like, okay, what do I do next? Because this, I think it was a magazine or some little pamphlet was telling me how to work the granny squares. I'm thinking like, okay, I'm new to this. How do how do I start the next round? This was back when I was 14, so I was coming into my own at 14 when it came to crocheting and whatnot. So I think for my so Alan, yeah, for my recent blanket, not the Janie Crow one, but the cotton candy one, I did a border of half double crochets. I mean, those are fun to do too. But the trick is you got to get the hook through all three loops all at once. But sometimes I find myself sometimes having to finesse that stitch, because sometimes you get it through the first two, then you're like, I gotta get it in there just right. Yeah. So okay. So for those of you who just joined the session, I proposed that I have put a poll up about if I should do like a Q&A episode to like have people email me with questions about crocheting, knitting, any type of crafting questions, and I will address those in a future video. So, and I've got a resounding yes from the 5 votes that I've received so far, and so I think I may do that. So I may do like a separate, like a short or a separate video saying, hey, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have this little Q&A session with y'all, and send me questions to my email address, and I'll give the email address out and stuff like that. So it gives you a chance, and then I think I'll give like about a week or so before I get some good questions and good topics that we can discuss. And oh, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, so yeah, because I think it was during one of my live streams. I had someone, because I was doing knitting for the first time, I think, on a live stream, and someone was saying, "Oh, it'd be nice if like we had some like a series of like knitting 101," which I've done. I may have to do a couple more videos on that, and I also did my Tunisian Tuesdays, which is kind of like a spin-off of that, because again, it's a separate thing from traditional crocheting. I mean, so like I said, I just released a Tunisian Tuesday video, and I included a bonus stitch in that video. So the link is in the description for that video. So feel free to check it out. And I do have another stitch in the works that I want to master before I broadcast it on Tuesday. So I'm going to master it. I'll probably master it here soon. And once I get it done, I'll film the video for it, the tutorial for it, and go from there. So, all right, so I think I'm going to end the session here because it's past the hour. I mean, I'm grateful that y'all came out to interact with me, to have questions, comments about anything related to crafting. Just listen to me babble about life and things like that, and without getting too deep into controversial topics, which I will not do. Keeping it G. And if you know about what keeping it G means, then you know. But I'll mention, I'll explain it anyway. So I watched the Food Network a lot, and back in the days, back it was like in the I think it was like the mid 2000s or something like that. Emeril Lagasse was on there, and he would go anytime the show would steer a little towards not so family friendly themes or languages, he'll go like, "This is a family show, trying to keep it a G for the G rating." So that's where I keep saying I keep it a G. So that's why I said that. All right, guys. All right, folks. So, yeah, yeah. For those of you, TV was a babysitter for me when I was growing up. Okay, so I kind of like Herman's Head. You ever watch that show, Herman's Head? Whenever he was raised on TV, and then he would have in different scenarios throughout the episode, he would have a flashback of a TV show that would just came to his brain. Hi, Chad Singh. How you doing? Oh, Chan Singh. Sorry, I misread that. Oh no, that's fine, Brandon. No, I mean, like I said, there's the replay. So, I mean, so yeah. So if y'all are, I mean, I understand if you're timid at first. If you're seeing this for the first time, you don't know who I am or what I'm about, and you're not comfortable with saying anything, that's fine. But there's the replay. You can leave a comment in the replay. That's fine too. Or thing fuzzing there. Or I can just leave the email address in the description for this live stream. So if you have questions or just want to chit chat with me, I say just email me directly, and that'll be fine as well. Just whatever your preferred method is. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up for the day, folks. So it was great seeing y'all today. I'm glad y'all came out to listen to me ramble, listen to me read through the instructions of this pattern. Cannot talk today. This pattern for this blanket, and I will do progress reports on this. Give like a weekly updates for this like a progress report for my project progress reports. like I do with the shawl I'm working on. So again, thank you all for stopping by. So don't forget to grab your crochet hooks or knit needles, grab some yarn, create something beautiful today. Spread love and not hate, because love is the most powerful force in the universe. Love each other, help each other out, be there for one another, be kind to one another, spread kindness throughout, pay it forward if possible. Love yourself, be true to yourself. Don't let anyone deter you from your true path, because you be you, to thine own self be true, and don't let any of the haters or anybody else steer you off your path. So F them, pretty much is what I gotta say, without steering into profanity. So okay, and stay on top of your mental health, because good mental health is very important any time of the year. So again, I know I say this all the time, but if you get into crocheting or knitting or drawing, anything creative will put your mind at ease, and allow you to enter that positive mindset. Oh, nice to meet you, Alan, as well. Thank you for stopping by the session today. Same with you, Polly. Nice to meet you as well. So I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna film the tutorial for this new stitch I just learned, so that way if anyone who's gonna tackle that bouquet project from the magazine of crochet work. So again, if anyone's tackling this project currently or wants to tackle this and has the magazine, and you get confused on what this wrap double crochet stitch is, kids watch case, no, but I can look up a pattern for one. I mean, most of my videos are for not, I set it to not for kids, because I guess it's like if it's only aimed for kids, and then there's like other thing, and if it catches like certain language or anything like that, then it's gonna processes like, oh no, you can't have this. But a watch case, I could find a pattern for and make one, or do a tutorial for one. I mean, if that's what you mean, or if you're meaning that do I set it to where kids can watch this as well? And the answer, I mean, let's see the size of it. So I wonder if it's got the size of it. I mean, here's the picture of it. So it looks like it's a pretty well kind of good sized one. Let's see if I see any measurements on how. So it says the finished measurements is about 46¼ inches in diameter, which includes the green border. So this entire project is 46½ inches in diameter, including the green leafy border. So then after I get the big round done, I got to do 36 of these little centers for the flowers, and then I got to do 36. I got to make 36 of these little buttons, and then I got to attach the petals to the button, and then I got to sew them in between. Because in this picture here's a close-up. It's just I got to sew them in between it's like double crochet, like these stitches here, right in here. So that's why it says to leave a long tail when you're making the buttons and the petals. Yeah, so again, if you haven't given this video a like, please do so. Give me a thumbs up for this video today. If you're watching this on the replay, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll answer them as soon as I see them, because I usually am good about responding to comments whenever I get them. So again, I'm going to make a tutorial for this, for the special stitch for this project, so that way if anyone's going to be working on that on the blanket, they have a sense of what to do when it comes to the round where you have to work this particular stitch. And I'll probably upload it today as a short or something like that. So, all right. So again, I thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for all your input. Thank you for your love and support of the channel, love and support of me. And I hope to grow a heck of a lot bigger in subscribers and watch hours and whatnot, so I can eventually get monetized. So I know I should be saying it, but again, I'm just putting it out there, putting it out there to the universe, and hopefully the universe provides. So, all right. So take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Yes, I do have a YouTube channel. It's the Crafty Crocheter. Yeah, doll ZW7WT. I do have a YouTube channel. It's the Crafty Crocheter, but if you're looking me up, or if you're going to do the mention of me, my handle is the Crafty Crocheter 7. So if you're gonna look for me there, just put in the Crafty Crocheter, and if you see like the green, if you see like the it's like the green felt frame that has the says the Crafty Crocheter, then in the middle it says every day is crochet day. That's me. And I'm also on Instagram too. So same username, the Crafty Crocheter 7. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, that is my handle on there. So yep, that's right. That's right, Alan. Sorry, I'm gonna get this tutorial done. I'll upload it today as a short, so that way this will prepare y'all if you're gonna create the blanket, that you have an idea, a sense of how to work that wrap double crochet stitch. All right, take care of yourselves and each other.